I'm excited to share this Grinch Stuffy. Um, this pattern is by Maria Ermolova, and she's also known as Pelushka Bunny. She has amazing patterns for stuffies. So if you're into making stuffies, toys, um, definitely check her out. I've made a number of her stuffies, and I'll share them with you. What I really like about Maria's patterns is that you can knit these stuffies flat and then sew them together, or you can knit them in the round. She gives instructions for both. Another thing that she does that is fantastic is she has video instruction to show you how to create all these special details on the face and on the rest of the body of whatever stuff you're making. And naturally, you're increasing and decreasing to get the shape of this head, but she has all kinds of other tips and tricks of how to do the sinking of the eyes and so on. So her video instructions are most helpful. And really, when you break this down, it's the head, two arms, the body, and the legs, and depending on the stuffy, there might be a tail or another feature. So it's really a quick knit, and then stuffing it, and then putting on all these little extra features that make it extra special. I will tell you that the scarf does not come with Maria's pattern. I did that as an extra. I had seen it in one of her samples, and so I decided to knit that myself and put it in as with this stuffy. So if you take a look at my Ravelry page for the Grinch, you'll see the little, I put instructions of, I mean, it's pretty simple, but if you want to follow, the instructions are on my page in the notes section. I'll tell you about the yarn that I used to create this stuffy. First of all, the green is an acrylic worsted green that we picked up in Argentina, again at the same shop that we got the other green fiber. And the red and white are all Cascade 220 yarns. And the red in this particular one is color 1922. And to emphasize his eyebrows and his nose, Maria recommends a darker green. So I picked up, oops, you don't need to see that red. I picked up this Charisma. It's a darker green. It's number 47. So that I used. And then I just had some scrap black yarn to do the eyes and the mouth. In most of Maria's patterns, she uses safety eyes to create her characters. However, in my case, I'm gifting a lot of these stuffies to families with little ones, and I'm a little bit nervous about the safety eyes. I'm sure they work well, but I just don't want that responsibility. So I just use yarn and I embroider the eyes on. What I love about her stuffies is that all of the limbs are movable. There isn't anything that I have to sew together. I definitely have to sew the arms and the legs onto the body. And in this pattern, you actually knit, once you finish the head, you knit the rest of the body attached to the head. The stuffing that I use is from a local shop here in Toronto on Queen Street. It's a fabric store that has all these notions and buttons, and they have the stuffing for these creatures. And here's an example. So this is 1 pound bag of stuffing, and it's vacuum packed. So it's ideal. And the stuffing comes then in these little cloth bags, which I use to store the stuffies until I gift them. So it's a perfect size. So the name of the store is Nebrins, and I put a link to that store in the description below. They are fabulous for all kinds of extras that you might need to create these animals, or even for buttons for sweaters. Wonderful, wonderful store, and I'm lucky to walking distance. I also made, this was my first Grinch, and I'm going to show you all the other stuffies that I made that come from Maria's patterns. This first Grinch is a little bit darker than the most recent one that I did. My friend picked out the lighter green that she wanted. This one I'm gifting to a family member, and I used, again, Cascade yarn for this, a Cascade 220, and the colorway for that green is, I'm just taking a look here so that you can see it. It is 841, which is more of a moss garden green. So, and the other one that I'm going to share with you is her snowman pattern. So, a friend of mine loves Christmas and loves to decorate, so I thought I would give her this once the holiday time comes. This snowman stuffy, made just like all the others, the head, the body, arms, and legs. Cute little nose. And I added the hat extra and I added the scarf as an extra. So if you want to do this one and you want that same hat, I have that on my Ravelry page right around the same space and time where I have included the snowman. So those are the stuffies that I've made. Oh, one other stuffy I put them behind me, is the bear. And he's a little bit smushed. I made 3 of these that are also going to be gifts for Christmas. Isn't he cute? And I used a headband elastic and made a little bow tie. So this too is a pattern from Maria. It's her bear pattern. And just to show you, it's so, so cute. I've made a few of these that I will gift at Christmas for little babies in our families. Yeah, so those are all the stuffies by Maria.